considering record low interest rates and rental demands at all-time highs. With the aggressive growth of online sales causing more competitive marketing with local... Well, if my adrenaline was pumping any harder right now, I'd probably explode. Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, feels like a million miles from anywhere. But believe it or not, traditionally built for elderly parents, the granny flat has gained huge popularity as an investment strategy by homeowners motivated by high rental returns and capital gains. These mini homes are very cost effective, particularly considering record low interest rates and rental demands at all-time highs. And they're perfect for anyone looking for comfortable, affordable living. Let's take a look inside. As you can see, these accommodations have all the modern conveniences you come to expect in a contemporary home, with all the numerous designs and features limited only by budget and imagination. So improve your capital growth and income potential and Google contemporary kit homes today. With the aggressive growth of online sales causing more competitive marketing with local retailers, it's surprising how inadequately trained sales staff are. In fact, the majority of sales staff have never had any formal training. And with a 25% reduction in retail sales over the past 3 years, introducing an effective and ongoing training program now is imperative to the success of your business. The following training series introduces key elements of the sales process, including fundamental strategies like rapport building and objection handling. So get competitive, get trained up, and take control of your sales. Well, if my adrenaline was pumping any harder right now, I'd probably explode. You see, this week they've got me scuba diving with sharks. And not just any shark, a great white. But when you're the presenter of Adrenaline Junkies, well, you do what you're told. Between you and I, I'm secretly excited. I'm very nervous, but excited, I think. Considering I don't swim, I'm scared of the ocean, and I'm scared of sharks. Particularly big ones. It's a pretty big ask, don't you think? Well, you only live once, so let's do this. Now remember, don't try this at home. I do it for a living. Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, YouTube. What started out as an innocent way to improve social status has now evolved into a global marketing machine. I'm Mark Hall, welcome to The Hub. This week we take a peek at social media and the effect it's played in society today. Joining us today is Ben Starr, Director of Communications and Media of the Australian National University, a self-confessed social guru. Ben, thanks for joining us.
How are you, Mark?
It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
Look, they say that we need to keep up with technology these days, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
So how important really is social media to a business these days?
Well, if you're not using social media, you're not in business. So that's the way the Y generation think, and the Y generation use the social media to their advantage. They're actually the most savvy at it, and that's why you'll find a lot of organisations have Y generation people behind the scenes doing social media.
That makes sense. So what are 3 tips that any business could use to integrate social media into their strategy?
Well, Mark, 3 things that you could use to integrate into your business. If you're not using social media, start to use it. Secondly, find some guys and girls that are in the Y generation and ask them what makes it tick, and maybe employ them to do some of the social media for you. Okay. And the third thing that I would say is if you do activate it, and you should activate it, you've got to keep on top of it. So you've got to keep giving the audience what they want. So tailor it specifically to your niche market.
Sure. So one of the key points there would be to continue with it, not just a one-off kind of strategy. Would that be fair to say?
You've got to be on it all the time. Yeah. You've got to live and breathe it.
Is there any other areas where social media has had a negative effect?
The great thing about social media is no longer do you need to be tipped on the shoulder to say you're successful. You can create your own success, and you can do it from your bedroom at home.
Excellent advice, Ben. Thanks very much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Not a problem, thank you.
Join us again next week on The Hub. I'm Mark Hall. Feels like a million miles from anywhere, but believe it or not, we're only 20 kilometres north of Sydney CBD at Garigal National Park, an ideal escape for a picnic or a day trip. This park offers some spectacular water views and bushlands. It's home to some rare wildlife, and it's perfect for bushwalking, fishing, canoeing, and just plain old relaxing. There's campsites and an extensive system of trails, popular with mountain bike riders and bushwalkers. And with over 100 Aboriginal art sites, from cave art to rock engravings, well, there really is something here for everybody.